Welcome to Lane Stadium, home of the Virginia Tech Hokies. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on last year's national champions, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me as always, and this will send chills up your spine. It's time for Enter Sandman. The Cowboys will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Virginia Tech's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Got his man. There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Frost. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dumps it off in the flats. Open space at the 25. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll park it at the 11.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Hokie! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And with that first touchdown, the old Hokie Stones are trembling in this great stadium.
Yeah, and such great fans in Lane Stadium. Early in the game has a reason to be rocking. They get on the scoreboard first. Everybody going bananas.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9. These fans touching the figurative Hokie Stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. Under fire. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Creates a little room. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat run. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He'll start this drive firing.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back in this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To throw, it's Frost. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Hokie! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back. In this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue.
And down he goes back at the 3.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating.
They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Power football with the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative. But They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quickly complete. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
Back to throw, it's Frost. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Fakes to grab. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be brought down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll move the wide receiver to the air on first down. He makes the grab. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Going to swing it on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They go to the draw. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hands it off. On his feet at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league.
Breaks into the open. Got some room into the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Frost. Quickly complete. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one...
Touchdown, Hokie! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. This dude is just running amok for the Hokies both through the air and on the ground.
He's just doing some serious damage. And whether it's running, whether it's throwing, this guy has been on point, making you think of some great names like Mike Vick back in the day that just electrified Virginia Tech fans.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
That's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Wants to go up top on first down. And down he goes back at the 3. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The give to the back. Hard running there. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll go right back to it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the catch. It's Adams. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ingram. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Frost. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Steps away to find some room. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Touchdown, Hokie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Hokies will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't...
It's another safety. They get their third one of this game. They'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And now this offense will take the field again. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Time to take a shot. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hokie. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it. And down he goes back at the 3. The Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground?
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Running into the open space. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. The give to the back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got it again. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner will be brought down. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Looking for a man, it's Frost. On target. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense in a bunch formation. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle, it's Ingram. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Finding an escape route. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running it to the right. Not finding any running room, and I think that loss is going to give back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's 3rd down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man quickly. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. to the air on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And some room to work.
Returner is tackled down at the 36, and your Virginia Tech Hokies will take over 1st and 10.
RPO complete to open the drive. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Back to throw, it's Frost. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll leave it with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Let's it fly. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the returner is stopped. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. How about this group taking the lunch pail, going to work, clocking in, and shutting down this offense?
And Virginia Tech fans love to hear that because that's how they built this brand. It's been on physical, tough defense, and this defense has lived up to the reputation.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're in commit. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll return it from around the 50. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Unloads it downfield. He's got it down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. 2nd down, they'll go to the air.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.